Hi, welcome. Did you know that yoga can help you regulate your nervous system? That's what we're going to do today, and it's what we do here weekly. We come onto our mat or our chair and return into our body and breath. So, yoga can help us to balance from being overstimulated and checked out or vegged out. And this is a common cycle in our society to go, 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 and then crash. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it was certainly my lifestyle for a very long time until I crashed and I didn't really return back to the go, 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 and rest was required. And so I'm here to help. Maybe you're already there in that crash in what I deem as survival mode, just getting through. Perhaps you're still in the pushing through, go, go, go. I can do more. I can do it all. And so coming to your yoga practice will help you to feel inside your body that which is most important. You can train your body and train your mind to slow down to your pace. Now, if you have a pace that is um, busy and a little bit more you like to be productive and that's how you want to live your life, then yoga is going to help you with that. And if you are living in a state or a pace that is not your own, maybe it's too fast or even too slow, yoga is going to help you discern what your pace is. So when we practice together here, I want you to remember that this is your practice. It is not my practice. I'm offering and sharing from a well of knowledge from my teachers and from my own direct practice. But feel into it on your own. If something doesn't feel right, take a pause, skip it. You could always take a resting pose like child's pose or Savasana. You can come back to it later or modify. I have 2 blocks and a blanket. These are my standard yoga props for any class. If I have additional props, I usually call them out at the beginning of class. But a blanket is helpful to sit up on, or blocks you could sit up on also. Elevate your hips higher than your knees. So that's what we'll have today, and we'll use today's practice to move gently. We'll use breath-led movements, meaning we'll sync our breath and our movements together. Most of us have a nervous system that is really wound or it's tired. Sometimes we call it wired and tired at the same time. So we'll meet our systems where we're at today. We'll move through that and hopefully notice a little bit of a shift. The more you come to a yoga practice, the more consistent you are, whether that's once a week, every day, 3 to 4 times a week, whatever that looks like for you. Again, your pace, keep coming back to that consistently. That will help to build the resilience you're looking for. Yoga is often about creating stability and flexibility. So foundation and ease within that foundation. So we'll feel into that today. Thanks for hanging with me through the bit of a talking lesson. I hope you're ready for your breath and movement practice now. So wherever you're at, just find a comfortable seat for you. If that's cross-legged, could be kneeling, and just kind of rock around a little bit. Feel into your sitting bones, making contact with the ground, the earth below you. And just take a couple deep breaths to arrive. These breaths don't need to be any certain way. Just maybe notice your natural breath as it is right now. To create the stability from which our breath can move through with ease, we'll need to notice first. We'll need to notice where we're starting from and where we're going. Keep breathing nice and gentle now. Start to take some leadership over your breath by deepening your inhale and lengthening your exhale. And just check in here. Maybe close your eyes and sense into your body structure, your bones, your fascia, your muscles. And just sense how your breath is moving through the boundary of your body. A few more deep breaths just like this, just to arrive here into your own body, into your own practice. Let's begin to add some gentle movement. Interlock your fingers in front of your chest. You're going to inhale, push your palms away and up as you look up. That's the inhale. As we exhale, reach out with the palms of your hands. You'll feel a bit of a nerve stretch there to reach back behind the small of your back, interlocking your fingers if possible. Draw your knuckles and chin down. That's the exhale. So we'll move through this about 4 or 5 times, depending your own breath pace. When you're ready, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, push out. Look down, interlock your fingers, and draw your knuckles down towards the ground. 3 or 4 more times. Notice if you have a tendency to rush without judging. And just see if you can encourage yourself to slow down, maybe just 1% more. Doesn't have to be a lot. Yoga helps us notice the subtle things in our body and our practice. Okay, let's do one more. Syncing breath with movement. Inhaling to expand and exhaling to return. Excellent. You can rest that down and let's come to hands and knees. This is where a blanket is helpful. If you have any knee trouble, you could leave the blanket under your knees or get a pad. Spread your fingers wide here and stack them underneath your shoulders. Your hips and knees can be in one line as well. And from here, reach the crown of your head forward. So you get a little length in your neck and draw your shoulders back down toward your buttocks. Excellent. On your next inhale, shift your weight into your right hand and left knee. And as you inhale, reach up. So this is bird dog. Reaching forward with your fingers and back with your heel. Exhale, return down. Shift the weight into your left hand and right knee. Notice how your brain gets ready for this. And inhale to reach forward with your right hand and back with your left heel. So you're stretching in opposite directions here. Exhale to return. We'll move through this about 3 or 4 times on each side. So inhale, reach. Exhale to return. Inhale to reach. Exhale, return. You can always go to child's pose if you need a break. One more on each side. Excellent. And let's push back into that child's pose. Knees wide if you like. And reach your hands forward. So check in here. We've had a little bit of movement. Syncing breath. So check in with your breath. How's it feeling? How's your heart rate and your body temperature? These are ways we can check in with ourselves in the present moment. Let's walk back up. Spread your fingers wide. Press into your toes and come back to down dog. Keep your knees bent generously here. Reach up onto your tippy toes. And exhale, begin to lower your heels to the ground. But the goal need not be to get them to the ground. We want to keep a nice, generous bend so we have a straight back. Down dog balances all the energies in our body. So let's take 2 more breaths here. Look forward in between your hands and tippy toe to walk all the way up. Have your feet a little wider than your hips and grab each elbow in one hand. Release your neck here. You could shake it no, nod yes, and then find some stillness, bending knees. Begin to press your feet into the earth. With your inhale, rise all the way up into extended mountain. Reach up with your fingertips. Bring your palms together. Exhale, swan dive into forward fold. Root your fingertips or use blocks. Come up into halfway lift. So rooting your fingertips down. Once more, draw the crown of your head forward and your shoulders back down towards your buttocks. Inhale here. Exhale, pour forward. Release your neck. Once more, press into your mat with your feet, rooting to rise. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach up. Grab your left hand, your left wrist with your right hand, and exhale to the right for a side bend. So press into your left foot here as you stretch over to the right. Inhale, rise back up. Switch the cross of your hand. And with an exhale, side bend to the left. Press into your right foot. Inhale, rise back up. Bring your palms together. And with an exhale through your mouth, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Might like your blocks here. Step your right knee back. Lower your right knee to the mat. And if you can, inhale, rise up. We're going to take goalpost arms or cactus arms. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, fingertips to blocks or your mat. Step your right knee up. Step forward, fold. Breathe here. Inhale, halfway lift. Once again, create that motion with your shoulders down your back and the crown of your head forward. When you're ready, step your left knee back and lower it to your mat. Inhale, rise up, cactus arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades with your exhale. On your next exhale, instead of squeezing your shoulder blades, root your fingertips back to the blocks or your mat. Step your knee up and step up into forward fold. Breathe here. Bend your knees generously. Inhale, lift up into chair pose. Sit the weight of your body back in your heels so you could lift all 10 toes. We'll be here for 1 moment. Press into the earth with your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Root your fingertips. Step your right knee back. Lower to your mat. Inhale, rise up. This time, hands at heart center. Take an inhale and a full exhale here. You can become a little more sturdy by pressing down into your mat with your left foot and hugging everything into your center line. On your next exhale, bring your right elbow to your outer left knee for a twist. If you'd like, you could open your arms or just leave them here for today. You could press the outer thigh rather than the knee into your elbow and your elbow into your knee. Exhale, come back around, root your fingertips, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Once more, shoulders down your back, crown of your head forward. Step your left knee back and down. Come up, hands at heart center. On your next exhale, begin to hook left elbow, right knee, pressing them together while pressing your right foot down into the mat. Next exhale, come back around, root your fingertips, and this time step your right knee back. Press back to child's pose. 3 or 4 breaths here. Let your breath fill the back side of your body. Noticing how your ribs expand, your boundary expands with your deep breath. And returns. This is our process in life, this expanding and returning. And coming onto your yoga mat is that process of returning. So inhale, walk your fingers up to kneeling position. And we're going to come onto our back into constructive rest. So on your back, knees bent, and let's have knees as wide as your mat. Let's have your feet as wide as your mat so that your knees can fall together. If you'd like a blanket under your sacrum, that will be supportive in this practice, but not necessary. So sense into your new foundation now. Your shoulders and hips on the ground. With your knees together, this is supporting your lower back. If you notice, if you pull your knees apart, it's going to create that curve. So just noticing the difference so you can support yourself in what you need. Extend your left leg long and draw right knee in towards your chest for half Apanasana. Apanasana is the wind relieving pose. Notice your breath in your lower belly. And let your belly fall towards your spine with each exhale. Using your left hand, guide your right knee over to the left, spreading your arms out to a T, or you could do those cactus arms, and turn your gaze to the right. See if you can create a little stillness here by softening. Not trying to make this twist happen, but just easing into it, melting. Inhale, rise back up and extend the right leg to meet your left. Just pause here for a moment, perhaps noticing any circulation returning down your right leg. Let's use an exhale to draw your left knee in towards your chest. You can place your hands around your shin or behind your thigh, perhaps just slightly on your knee. And once again, bring your awareness to your breath in your lower belly. Place your right hand on your left knee, and as you're ready with an exhale, guide the the left knee over to the right and spread your arms to a T. Turn your gaze to the left. And begin to soften. Not needing to make something happen here, just creating the shape or the boundary and letting your breath flow naturally. Inhale back up to center and draw your right knee in. Reach around to give yourself a hug for your practice. Squeeze like you're seeing a friend you haven't seen in a very long time. And exhale to pour out over your mat. If you'd like to use your blanket to be a little warmer, perhaps spread the flesh of your buttocks to the side. This can help create a little wider, grounded base. Choose what you want to do with your hands, perhaps palms face down, one on your heart and one on your belly. And release any control or leadership of your breath here. Shavasana can be a time to create a bit of wonder for how our body breathes us. In times of stress or overwhelm, moments of depression, our breath continues to breathe us, perhaps strained. It doesn't leave us. Like a loyal friend. So let's see if Shavasana can be like a date with a loyal friend and just become the witnesser of your breathing. We need not judge our loyal companion. And we do our best not to abandon our companion. So if your mind wanders, just gently guide it back to your breathing. Just here, just now. For another moment, sense into your boundary. Imagine your body print on the ground. Imagine sinking in to your body print just a little deeper, 1/4 inch into your body print. Much like being on the beach in the sand. And again, returning to your breath, moving within your boundary, flowing with ease. When you're ready, begin to deepen your breathing. If you have more time to stay, I invite you to please stay as long as you can. As you feel ready, just start slow, micro movements in fingers and toes. Perhaps rolling your head slowly side to side. And softly rolling to one side. I'm pausing here. And then press yourself up to your seat as you feel ready. Keeping this feeling with you as you transition from Savasana to your waking seat. Take a couple deep breaths in your seat and let's check in as we did at the beginning of practice. How are you feeling? How is your breath moving through your body? How is your body feeling? And check in with your mind too. I hope there's been some soothing, some calm, some nourishment for your whole body, breath, and mind today. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments or let me know you were here. And if you'd like more weekly practices, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It really does matter. Thanks for being here with me and letting me share some of my practice with you. I'll see you next time.